Hi everyone, it's moi. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Anywho, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope you're able to make it through to Pisces season in full effect right now. Hope you made it across the water safely. Oh my gosh, January, the end of January was wild. It was wild. It was crazy. It was a wild. I don't even know what to call it. It was so dark. But we're here. Okay. So, this is another message in a bottle, okay? I told you guys I'd be back around this time, Pisces season. Hopefully you got a chance to do what you needed to do. Up until this point, there's always things to do, but that was a crucial time during Capricorn and Aquarius season. But we're here. We made it. All right. So let's jump into it. I have so much to say today. Sorry, I probably am going to repeat myself or stutter because I'm a little tired. Um, so much going on. So much going on. Okay. Do you guys like my new display? Look at it. I even did a little thing here. A little water. I don't know what you call that. Like a little fishbowl, I guess, for Pisces season. A little fishy fish. My little mermaid. Anyways, I'm just want to show off my little display. Okay. I got so many messages, but I had to narrow it down to this. And I'm going to be, some things I wrote down, I'm going to be talking about. Okay. So I heard Showtime. I don't know if anyone's a performer or maybe something's going to go down and it's going to be like, okay, yeah, now's the time, guys. Showtime. Let's go. I heard Showcase. Excuse me. Kind of the same energy, like showing something off, like something going to be revealed or like seen, or yeah, something like that. I heard temp as in like either temperature or temptation. Gauge, sauce, cup, finale, like the grand finale, like something hitting a pivotal moment or coming to an end. Sun, fix it, and royal. I also got the number 64. I don't know if that's, or 6 and 4, so that can be 6 and 4, 10. And 9. Or somebody probably was born in 64. Yeah. Yeah. I also heard, I'm going to end on a light note, but we're going to probably be a little dark before we get light. Um, I also heard someone like is in trouble or something like that. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna grab this. Let me see something here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm so there's something also to do with pressure, and maybe like maybe that's why. Oh no, I broke my little angel. Maybe that's why the word gauge is there. But yeah, there's something to do with pressure right now. I just want to move this over so you guys can see. Okay. Uh, yeah, something needs to be fixed, or you're not fixing something that you're supposed to be fixing. Just fix it if you can. And sometimes maybe fixing something doesn't mean like repairing it. Maybe, you know, you need to cleanse or get rid of something or dump it or just do something. That's what I'm hearing. Like just do something about this. Just get it done. Okay, get it done. I'm hearing recipes. So maybe cooking. I'm hearing pot. Yeah, so maybe you're cooking or you need to start cooking. Like the cooking needs to begin. I heard the song. Oh, who's the singer? Here comes the sunshine. Here comes the sun. La, 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 something like that. It's a house song. I heard that song. I also heard another song today. I should have wrote this down. I think it's by Seal. Yeah, I think it's by Seal, one of his songs. Anywho, it's like a real emotional time for a lot of people, especially like people. It might not even be emotional for you, but people feel like they need to dump their crap on people emotionally, and they don't probably even themselves recognize that that's what they're doing, or that's what it is, I should say. People are really, really, really unstable. And when you think like, oh, I could be doing better, or I thought this person had it all together. No, some of these people, they're like a chair with 3 legs. You don't sit on it. Don't sit on it. Okay? Like, if you had the option, if you saw a bunch of chairs, you saw one with 4 legs or 3 legs, you're going to sit on the one with the 4 leg. And that's not even an offense to the shitty chair. It's just like you just know better. And don't feel bad for that. There's a lot of gaslighting going on right now with that, especially. Like you're supposed to feel bad for knowing better. Oh well, too bad. So getting into some of the more hardcore messages I heard, don't be shaken up or scared by the screams or the barkings across the water. So remember the last video, I went into some detail about get on your boat, go across, get to where you need to be so you can like stand on like some firm ground, a strong place, and then move from there. So now you're on that other side and you're hearing screams and you're hearing barks from across the water. Whatever. Like, you know why they're screaming. Because you know why you left. Okay? You know why you needed to just be like, deuces, I'm out. You know why. So all that hollering, hooting, and screaming and barking, whatever. Just, you're on the other side now. Just focus on what you need to do and keep it moving. Because guaranteed there's going to be a lot of crap even still ahead of you. So you don't need to look behind. Okay? Just whatever. I'm getting that energy to that, like people they're just over it. Like they're tired, they're over it. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah, like phantom noises. I think I mentioned in the last video, like a haunted house, I think. Um, yeah, like, yeah, I was making reference to um, like horror films. Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show. Just kind of expect that, but that doesn't mean that has to be your life, right? It's kind of gonna be happening around you, and whether you decide to engage in that or not, that's up to you. Okay. Um, but it doesn't have to be your reality, is what I'm saying. Um, yeah, just stay on your side of the fence, kind of thing. It's like every little thing you hear next door, you don't, just stay on your side. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And I don't want to just put that on the times. I feel like people are the ones who are making it so difficult, you know? Making it so difficult when it doesn't have to be. Okay? So if people want to stress themselves out, let them do that. You don't have to be stressed out because they're stressed. That's what I'm saying. Um oops. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yeah, just be secure in your choices and your decisions. Like you saw what was coming and you moved away from it. You saw a ball flying at you and you ducked. You're gonna be mad. Like don't be upset. Like if people want to be upset because you didn't get hit, that's their business. You know why you ducked, because you didn't want to get hit with the ball. Period. Okay. And what you're hearing in terms of like the screams and like whatever else is the consequence. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing the consequence of what you already knew. What was that? You're hearing the consequence of what you already knew was coming, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So you don't have to be too shaken up by it. Okay, so we're moving towards more of like an inward and an inner life. It is the age of Aquarius. So the materialism of this world cannot be carried like beyond what has already been displayed, right? So what I mean by that is we already know what this is. We already know what this is. Like how many different ways are there to pour a glass of water? Like once it's poured, it's in the glass. Like we've already seen what material is, like the material life, what it can do and what it produces. We know already, right? Like this sort of inflated importance of leveraging that and leveraging might through, sorry guys, I wrote all this down just now because I know like I had so many thoughts, through things, properties, um like both physical and intellectual, um and positioning as well, which I'm going to talk a lot about, because a lot of people feel because they have a certain position, like that gives them an in to then act out in ways that they wouldn't be able to otherwise if they were not put in that position. And it's very sickening. I'm seeing a lot of that now. I'm seeing a lot of that now. We'll get there. I just want to finish this thought. Um, so all of those things, right? Like the force and the might, it doesn't trump nature and the time cycle. It doesn't trump nature and the time cycle. There, we're not in that. We're shifting away from that space. So, adding on to that, we are in the age of transparency, like I said before, in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of um, information, okay? And we're also in the age of transparency. A lot of things being revealed, okay? So all the hiding and the withholding to, again, what I just said, leverage and use things against others, right? Or to be quote unquote advantageous, it's done. It's over. It's done. I know a lot of people don't think it is or don't want it to be, but it is finished. It's over. There's nothing that you're going to hide from somebody or stop somebody from doing or obtaining or having that is not going to be made accessible moving forward in the new shift, in the new timeline. Most of the emphasis now is on your inner world and the quality of your inner being and the control of that. The time being spent trying to control every other thing in person externally will cause you to burn out and fizzle out. You won't match the current template of this shift, the vibration of this planet. You will be kicked off out of here. And that's what we're seeing now. The quote unquote, I hate to use this word, but purge. Right? Like the earth, I've heard this analogy somewhere, like the earth, when it's like its skin is so irritated, it will start, flushing and kicking people off of it. We have to remember that we're always a common denominator in most situations as well. So your world and its outcomes have to be more focused and narrowed and shaped inward so that you can see more success moving forward, which will result in a peace of mind. Because most of the things we do, that's the result. It results in peace of mind, joy, and prosperity. Okay? Try to not resist too much and try to go with what the energies are calling for, because you're only gonna like frustrate yourself and burn yourself out, right? And I'm seeing people do that, and what it looks like is people attacking other people who are minding their business. If there's something that this is, anyways, I'm probably gonna do like, I don't want to do a podcast, but I'll think of what I want to do, because there's certain things, you can't say here on Mark Zuckerberg's internet, right? So there's certain things that need to be fleshed out and called out. I'm not for this people attacking people because they feel justified because of some, policies or whatnot. It's a full-on assault out here. For the last few years, a lot of things have been happening and nobody's saying or doing anything about it. And one example I would give is people not being able to get their surgeries because of what's going on. Right? Or people not being able to even house or feed themselves properly. Or people just going somewhere and just being attacked by other people because of the bullshit. These people, I'm sorry, but they're already gone. They're the way that the spirit of death and the Grim Reaper are spreading across the land right now, right? And people don't want you to talk like that or speak like that. Oh, you're being too harsh, you're being mean, everyone's life is valuable. Well, if it's valuable, act like that. Act like it then. You know better not to run across the damn street in the middle of traffic because you value your life, right? So stop going around treating other people as if their life is not valuable and then wanting people to feel sorry for you when because your life is going down the fucking toilet. Excuse my language. Right? People stop coming for the light beings. Stop coming for the light beings specifically is, also too what I wanted to point out. If you don't want to hear the truth, that's fine. Don't show up to class, right? If you don't even want to like be around that presence, don't show up to class and ask why the teacher is giving out assignments. Don't come here then. Don't come to class then. I go out every day and I observe things I don't like. I see, hear, whatever. I mind my business. And there's a difference between me saying, okay, have some neutrality. And if you genuinely see somebody in harm's way, if you can help somebody, do, right? But what I mean is a disagreement in maybe lifestyle or something like that. I don't go out of my way to make people bend to my will. I don't give a shit. You have free will, live and let live. You want to, listen, if you want to, wrap one of your legs in a white, I don't know, cloth or whatever, all the day long, good for you. I don't, like, how does that affect me? Right? And this false idea that what people are doing is affecting, oh, it's affecting me, it's affecting me. It ain't affecting shit. People don't even take stock and step back and say, hey, like, how has my life changed, like, in a negative way since this, certain circumstances have occurred? How is somebody else going to impact you when you never been? Anyways, let me not even get into that. Next. This is like this cognitive dissonance of like not wanting to accept the fact that you're in the same pool as everybody else, right? Because you're sitting at the top of the boat with the hole in the back of the boat and you don't care because you're sitting at the front. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's like getting in water and trying not to get wet. Make it make sense. Resistance is futile. That's all I gotta say. If you're resisting this current shift, and the time now is for people to become like self-empowered within themselves, right? And through that self-empowerment comes also correction, because there's things that you got to look at that you maybe say, okay, this is wrong, this is right, okay, maybe I can correct this here, maybe I can tweak that there, maybe I can make some adjustments here. That's also too a part of like gaining power within your own self, right? The adjustments. You're mad at the homework. Well, then don't do it then. Don't do it. But don't be mad when someone did their homework and they know something you don't know. That is not their problem. That is your problem. Right? This whole idea like, oh, I can make it the way I want, even if it's wrong. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Like people's egos are going like insane, like crazy right now. The arrogance is real. So also too, there's a lot of fire energy going on, like water energy too, but a lot of like energy of like fighting. But there's also too a lot of like water energy, like people feeling a lot. And I think people need to honor that process of feeling. Like you should feel and then assess what it is that you're feeling and then move from there. A lot of people are blocking out how they feel. And like to make a simplistic example of that would be, I notice every time I drink strawberry juice, like my face breaks out and I get these severe cramping in my stomach. And then maybe you would make an adjustment, like saying, maybe let me stop drinking this and see if it makes a difference. Oh, it does make a difference. Okay. Right? But a lot of what's going on right now is people drinking the same juice that they're saying is causing them some sort of harm or irritation, right? And ignoring it because, oh, well, I found a book and I read a book that strawberries are good for you. Yeah, but it's not going well with you at this specific juncture. Like there's something wrong why maybe you're not able to drink it or whatever. Right? So it would maybe be then beneficial to even go further and say, hey, okay, let me go to a specialist, or let me, maybe something's wrong with the quality of these strawberries. Like more assessment, observation, feeling, analysis, like self work needs to be done. All this ignoring and resistance stuff, yeah, you know where you're gonna end up with that. I don't even need to get into it, but it's not gonna be the consequences now that we're like the time is speeding up almost. Like the distance between cause and effect is becoming more narrow, right? So I think too that's also what we're seeing. People think it's more chaotic now. Oh my gosh, never in time have I seen anything like this. What are you talking about? It's always been like this. But you didn't know how disgusting and dirty it was until you pull the sheet back, right? But I'm sure you smelt it from downstairs. But you were ignoring it this whole time. Right? And the ones who already knew are kind of like sitting back like, yeah, whatever. Like there's no, okay, this shit ain't new. This has been happening. Welcome to the club. Right? But people don't want to see that or hear that or acknowledge that either. It's the same sort of like ignorance that will cause these things to then happen and cycle back again. Because people want to be right. They don't want to answer. They don't want a solution. They want to be right. A lot of people will tell you, "Oh, I want a solution to this. No, you want some people, not everybody. Some people genuinely want the truth, and then some people they just want to be right. Or they want to be first to be right." I also heard Master of Disguise. I don't know if you guys know that movie, Master of Disguise. And this is just my observation of what I've recognized is a lot of people are unrecognizable. Like when this thing first happened, how long has it been? I think it started 2020. Yeah, I would say probably last year, 2021. Like I would see people outside and they'd be like, "Hey, Steph, hey." And I'm like, okay. I wouldn't respond because I didn't know who it was. And like, "Oh, you don't recognize me? How can I recognize you with something over your face?" Like, be real. Like, am I supposed to remember your hair? Am I supposed to remember your eyebrow? Am I supposed to remember the crease in your forehead? Like, I hate to sound so harsh, but no, don't be surprised if I don't recognize you when you clearly know that you have something over your face, right? And some people have become comfortable with that in the sense that it reinforces them masking their true feelings or their true self, their true identity. So now the outside is matching the inside. So they just gave you an excuse even more to not elevate or to stay stuck or to stay fraudulent. Like, people now have an excuse. And it's not a case of mistaken identity either. I think some people actually like that. They get to hide behind that, right? They get to display all these actions that they say wouldn't be otherwise if the circumstances were different. No, that's who you really are on the inside. People using the times as an excuse as to why, like, oh, I'm only like this because of this. No, this is who you are. The lower part of you is like that. And you have no self-control or restraint, perhaps, or perhaps compassion, right? For yourself or anyone else for that matter in your environment. And it's probably been that way, but there was never anything to really give you an excuse to bring it out. So now you can kind of feel safe behind the disguise, right? To do these things. Because I'm telling you, I get attacked a lot. Like, spiritually, mostly, and energetically, and psychologically. There's been a few times physically, but not enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, every time I go out there, I'm getting physical. No, it's more verbal, energetic, or spiritual. I would say energetic / spiritually attacked. But people do it through the verbal, through the throat. Some people are on their worst behavior. But it's good that these things are kind of being fleshed out, right? Like, it's coming to the surface so that you can see it. So it's not necessarily like a terrible thing. For some, for me, it's not terrible because this is just, I guess, confirming or reaffirming my suspicions and a lot of my experiences, right? So there's more like pretending and false pretenses because people feel comfortable hiding behind that and using that as an excuse. And also, too, people use that as a shield to defend them, just to point that out. That's their shield. That thing over their face, it's their shield. When they want to strike at you through the heart, they use that to protect themselves, right? And then they want you to feel sorry for them, that they're the ones striking you. It's funny because people want to get to people's, you know, um, I'm seeing a lot of abuse of that, especially people who are compassionate and empathic. It's like people will hit you at your vulnerable spots, right? not realizing that that's the same spot that's going to take them out. And you see what's happening now with all this heart stuff going on. If you don't, look it up. Right? And I think also too, a lot of people are waking up to their traumas, whether it be self-inflicted or otherwise. And I would share one personal thing where not even just me, but other people I've known, it's being made to feel as if though you're not necessarily needed or wanted, or you can't make it without these same said people. But in reality, they're the ones who need you more than you need them. But they kind of like flip it around to make you feel like you can't make it without them. So they kind of put you in these chokehold positions. But the simplest and easiest thing to do will just be get up and walk. And don't be afraid to fall. Because at least if you fall, you'll fall on your backside and not fall in the hands of these people. I rather land and potentially risk a fracture than land in these people's spider's web. I will heal. I will heal. I'm speaking personally for myself. People don't have to just take what resonates with you. I'm speaking personally for myself. I have a high tolerance for pain. I'm a Pisces. We're mutable. We bounce back, we shift, we move. Like, we're good. We're good. But the fact that people bank on the potential reality that you won't be good because they're holding something that either you can use or that you need, and they're using that as the bond in the relationship, is trash. And personally, good luck. And a lot of the times, whether you want to call it the black sheep or you want to call it the person who's the empath or whatever you want to call it, if you leave the dynamic, they're left to themselves. And it ain't much, because that one over there is picking their nose, that one over there can't tie their shoes, and this one over here is scratching their butt. So it ain't much left if you leave the dynamic. So don't be afraid to walk out. Trust me, you'll be fine. But brace yourself before you jump. That's all I gotta say. Brace yourself before you jump. Right? That energy of like you thinking you need them more than they need you. That's honestly garbage. Toss that type of relationship dynamic, toss that out. Toss that out. All that leveraging and manipulation, and toss that shit out. If people can't come, look, I am not a relationship expert. I'm not, you don't have to take this advice, but this is just my thinking and my opinion. If someone has to use that to keep a relation, something going on with you, it is trash. Toss it out. Because if somebody's happiness is reliant upon you not feeling good, or you not feeling comfortable, or you losing out, then how happy are they really? And why is that the cause of their happiness? Is that real happiness? That's weak and it's pathetic. And sometimes it would do you some good to actually let people know that that's how you feel. And if somebody doesn't want to listen to you or doesn't care to, walk away. Don't feel bad because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to, right? Because you have people who will see a chair and just sit on the chair normally, right? Because they want to be able to use the chair, so they know how to position their weight on the chair. And yeah, some dumbass dummies, some assholes who will go throw their whole weight on the chair and break the chair and be like, oh, this is a weak chair. Nah, you weren't supposed to do that to the chair though. And even worse, it's not even their chair. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go now. I hope you found something useful in this. There's probably more, but I'll probably do another video sometime soon. Next, maybe at the end of the week. All right. Take it easy. Yeah, I would say take it easy and try to get some rest, and also to like pay attention to your surroundings and try to like avoid mess as much as possible. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? I want my channel to grow. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, you didn't. If you feel led to subscribe, subscribe. Okay, bye. Mwah.